Alright, what's up YouTube? This is my first video on my channel. Thought I'd start making YouTube content. I'm definitely no pro player, but I definitely want to share my thoughts and theories on deck building as I continue to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitively. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on everything that I do. We can work together as a community on this channel as we go through, help each other out, learn things as we go, yeah. I thought I'd start this video off. I placed first at a case tournament down at Greensboro at Easy Gaming. It was a 5-round case tournament, top 4 play out, and I managed to go undefeated 5 rounds in a row, Swiss. We ended up splitting top cut. None of us we all just wanted to split the prize, and so everything's even, everybody's a winner, you know, we all get the same prize, and it was pretty cool. I just wanted to share the deck I played. I actually played Swordsoul. It's a deck I've been playing for a couple weeks, maybe a month now. I've definitely learned a lot about the deck, and I just wanted to definitely dedicate to a deck for once. That was one of my problems in this game. I'll just go deck after deck, and I really wanted to take the time to learn the ins and outs of a deck and see how well I could do if I just had patience, and I managed to go undefeated. Surprisingly enough, this is the last weekend before the ban list, so tier is at full power with the cash tier support. I managed to beat 3 Cashier players, 1 Sprite player, 1 branded player, which is so awesome. It feels good to make a undefeated deck profile in all meta decks. All good players, all good decks. I do know 1 tier player had Cashier stuff in it, so there is at least 1 full power tier, but of course the tier decks before Cashier tier was broken anyways. So yeah, let's get back into the deck profile. So 3 Moye, 3 Long 2 Taya. This was perfect. This is the standard ratio. Taya is definitely my favorite, the go to this deck. I say that because if you have Swordsoul Emergence in your hand, he basically makes Swordsoul Emergence a 1-card combo. So if your hand's bad, a lot of times you can break on the hand traps and stuff in this deck, and non-engine cards. So if you search this with Swordsoul Emergence, you already have a Swordsoul card in your graveyard. You can just normal summon this guy and then pop off with a little bit of combo. Long is definitely the other MVP of this deck. I won 3 of my games in time, thanks to him. And then Moye, of course, best normal summon. 3 Ecclesia. This is kind of controversial. I like 3 Ecclesia because there's so many times where I would actually go like normal summon Moye, and they would negate it with Solic or Imperm or something. Go in second, and I can just special summon Ecclesia, and then I can just go into a Synchro 8 play anyways. Or if I didn't want to get hit with Rook Hollow, so I destroy my Moye, I would just special summon Ecclesia, normal summon this, no effect, and just go into a rank 8, and they can't do anything. That way I can at least disrupt them while they're trying to disrupt me. Things will scramble here. I did play 10 Ys. I think going into the next format, I will still play 10 Ys, even though Cashier will be pretty big. I just feel like you need to for this deck's consistency. It just helps this deck out a lot, and I think they're going to be okay to play going forward anyways. 3 Ashuna. I played 2 Vishuda, 2 Adhara, and then 1 Shafana. This was perfect for me. I have tried different things. I've tried playing 3 Adhara, but it just got really bricky. And the reason behind that was, if you open this plus 1 of your level 7s, you can make Shishao under Imperm and Ash. And it's just like, this really helps out a lot, to give you more consistency in this deck. And then Shafana is the MVP. There's so many times where you'll have a level 4 tuner, whether it's a Quasi or a token on field, and you just need another level 4 body. You either special summon it from your hand, normal summon it if you haven't normal summoned, or just special summon it off your shooting. And it's just like really, really good. I definitely recommend playing Shafana. Blackout. It's really good. Not as good in the tier. Actually, it's pretty decent in tier. Because there's some times where you need to like, I like pop the Bagooska and pop the field spell, or pop the back row when my opponent passed, and I just like one from there. 2 Potted Desires, 3 Swordsoul Emergence for consistency. Not much to say with that. Going forward, actually Desires. I'd probably continue playing even with Cashier because I definitely want to keep this deck consistent so I can open good. I guess you could call this a spice. I played the Heavenly Dragon Circle. I call this a spice because not everybody plays this, and I think it's really good going first or second. Because like going first, you like normal summon Moye effect. They try to imperm it. You chain this, tribute it, add Chithana, and the token still generates. And you can just special summon Chithana, make Shijao. Even going second, you can just dodge Solius or whatever. It's just really, really good. I went second, placed second at a sneak peek the weekend before, and I only played one of this because I wanted to try it out, and I saw it so much, I was like, I gotta play a second one because this card is just so good. I don't see why people don't play it. Imperm's gonna be popular in the next coming, in this new coming format, and I just think that's gonna be a necessity now. If you're gonna play this though, you need to play Shafana because it only works if you have Shavana. I mean, you can still play it, but it's just like not as good if you play Shafana. If you don't play Shafana. And yeah, that's it for the engine. For the non-engine disruption cards, the only hand traps I played was 3 Ash, 3 Imperm. When I first played this deck, I was playing Valor, but I think this is all you need. I swapped those out for 2 Talents. Talents was so clutch. Like, I don't think nobody's seen it coming. Because I would go second. I lost like 90% of my die rolls. And I'll go second. And I played against a full tier board. You know, like he was using Bestials, he was using the Shizu cards. He hasn't used his Rukalis yet. I play this, take his Rukalis, have long 1 in hand. I'd play long 1, make a 10, and I'd proceed to like OTK, and it was just so clutch. Or I would just like play one time and I would draw into like the perfect cards I needed. Like it was so good. Playing Talents. Another thing about Ash, I know probably a lot of people know, but you can also use this as a tuner for your synchro plays too. What's good about playing Ash in this deck? I ashed a branded player like 2 games in a row on his branded fusion, and that's what pretty much won me the game too. Because I think that's all he had really. And then this was the last second decision. Last weekend I played Bestials. I played 5 Bestials and a Discruto. I'm so glad I played this. This helped me out in my games against tier. Because before this was like 3 Book of Eclipse and 3 Valor. And me realizing that Bestials is what was needed. I swapped this out after playing testing with my friends, and I'm so glad I put this in. I don't think I could have won without him. Going against tier like it is. I really love how it makes this deck more consistent. Because if you make your board and you don't have any follow-up in your hand, but you have this gives you follow-up. Because if you resolve this adds you this, and then you make synchro plays so you can get access to your Swordsoul engine, which is really good. That's it for main deck. 41 cards. It felt perfect. It feels better than 40 cards for some reason. It felt more consistent. Extra deck, 2 Shizao, standard, Sinister, standard, played Changying, then Baron. One thing I'm going to love about this deck going in the next format is if Cash player unicorns you and like looks in your extra deck and banishes one of these or whatever in your extra deck, it doesn't matter. Because it's kind of funny, you got so many other ways in this extra deck to kill your opponent, it doesn't matter. Double Boxia, one Yazi. I must keep playing 2 Boxia because this card's so good at breaking boards and making your own. You kind of need to, so because I would play 1, but could only ever use 1 in each of my games. But with Cashier banishing your extra deck, if they see this at 1 those banishing, you can't really break your. It just makes it harder to break a board. Yazi was the MVP of the extra deck. This is a good way of dodging Imperm and Soul. You can just play this, pop their back row because I can't target this with card effects, which is really good. Draco Berserker, I didn't make it for some reason. I don't know why. Something happened, I just didn't make him. He's really good against here. And then Chow Fang, I made him one weekend, and he added me Ash from deck to hand, which was pretty cool. 2 monks and a shaman. I took the 3rd monk out for a spice card in this deck, and ended up working out because 2 monks is perfect because you'll run this really most of the time. I trigger my Tenyis by controlling a token, which is a non-effect monster, most of the time. So really, I don't always use monk to trigger my Tenyis, which is kind of funny. And then I play the Gemini. I see Gemini Irene. I didn't play this day. I actually didn't play no cash, so it didn't matter. But going into the next format, this will definitely be a Swordsoul stable. This card just makes it to where your opponent can't banish or destroy your monster by card effects. So it's really good for countering cash, making a Swordsoul board or breaking it. And then Psychic and Punisher was the spice for today. I made him twice. I didn't really get to use his effect because my opponent read the card and negated him before I could use his disruption effect. But yeah, this guy is a really good beat stick if you're losing the game and you have lower life points. He's really good for just winning games in general when you need them. So it was pretty good. Go ahead and go through the side deck here. 3-day barrier. This card won me a game today against Sprite. We went to game 3. I went first. I went normal summon Moye. He Embered it. I set this and passed, and now I play this, and he could only end on an elf and an IP, and now I drew into a Swordsoul card and just OTK'd. 3 Dark Roller. I saw this in against Sprite. I didn't see it. I played no cash players. I didn't see it. I didn't side it in. I could have against Tier, but I had enough stuff to counter Tier in my extra deck. Like Ash came up clutch today, ashing all of the millers. This didn't really matter. This is the only back row hate I play in this deck besides Blackout. I play this because Runic is a really hard matchup against this deck. So I wanted to have something to just hit their fill spell so I can stop drawing. And then Dark Hole, just in case I play cash players that have like the Ibly lock and stuff, I can just Dark Hole and just get rid of most of their stuff in the Ibly, so I can just keep playing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The deck performed well. I'm definitely going to keep testing with this deck because it's still a solid deck going into the next format. I think I'll go ahead and head with cash. There's definitely going to be some changes I'll make to the main deck. Probably end up siding the best deals and putting in more Book of Eclipse and maybe another Triple Tactics talent. Maybe Nib will be good. But if you guys got any questions, any advice, anything you'd like to share, just help each other out, just leave a comment down below. Shout out to Different Gaming. I'll put his channel down in the description below. He has the original deck profile video up on his channel. Appreciate him sharing the spice. Shout out to Pack for getting people back into this deck, man. He's what inspired me to play this deck, and it's just so good. Shout out to Easy Gaming, best shop around, Greensboro, North Carolina. And yeah, I'll definitely keep this deck updated. I'm actually working on a branded Despia or branded Bestial build right now. I'll definitely put some content on that later. That'll be my other deck I'm going to be testing out. Really the two decks I'm going to be focusing on the most right now in this format, in this upcoming format. And yeah, like, subscribe, and I'll definitely be keeping you guys updated on stuff. And yeah, see you later.